Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I want to talk to the parents. Your child is interested in electronic music production, and you don't know what to make of it. They come up to you and they're like, hey, I want to make computer music. I'm interested in this. I need this, that, and this. And you're like, huh, this isn't hockey or skateboarding or smoking weed outside of a convenience store. It's kind of weird. Why are you interested in this? And should this be something that you want to nourish? And I think that you should nourish this and feed this because it'll teach you a lot of things, very important things that those other activities definitely will not teach you. So I have a couple points here. What it does is it develops computer literacy, which is very important in today's age where you need to know how to use a computer. Like electronic music production is not just hitting a button. You have to learn how to use all this stuff, right? And it's very free form and open, and you can kind of go on your own path. So you need to get drivers set up. You got latency, you have all these things, and if you can figure this stuff out, you can definitely figure out a spreadsheet or like a Word document, or even put together a resume. It's very important. It's also very technically challenging, and it'll teach your child to overcome what is perceived to be a hurdle or something that is difficult. They will achieve something. They'll feel better about themselves. This requires a massive amount of initiative. You cannot believe the initiative it takes. And yeah, again, like I said, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. There's no one way to go about things. You can make beats, you can do piano chords. You learn the theory of music. It's very multidisciplinary, which I'll get into later. As a vibrant online community, a lot of teens and young people are engaging in this hobby, activity, business venture, whatever you want to call it, myself included. I've been involved in it since I was 15, so going back a long ways. It gives you a sense of belonging, and it's good for well-being. You're around a bunch of music people online. A lot of vibrant online communities, places like Reddit and a couple other places. I can't think of anything. Reddit mostly. And with that being said, very important, parents. Teaches you how to take criticism. You put up your track for feedback. It is downright brutal, but it's constructive, and you have to learn how to take that constructive criticism, and that builds character. You will develop the ability to put yourself out there and just get trampled on, and then you say okay, and then you pick up the pieces, and then you come back stronger. And that is something that not a whole lot of things will prepare you for. That initial like, oh, this track is terrible, dude, you gotta da 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 da. And it's not that. Usually people are very supportive, and we all lift each other up, and there's feedback and things like that, and it's all good natured anyway. But it teaches that to take criticism, and that will translate well to the work environment. Like their first employer, will really appreciate them because they're able to take criticism and integrate that experience and that into their being an employee and being a valuable person in that. One thing I wanted to point out is it develops strong multitasking abilities in a multidisciplinary environment. Again, it's not just pressing a button, right? It is totally multidisciplinary. You got EQs, you got mastering, you've got promotion. They're going to want to make album art, so they have to do visual design. They have to do their write-up, do their tags. They learn how to use UIs on different sites, things like that. It's very multidisciplinary, and that's all I have to say about that. So I'm just going to go off the cuff now. It doesn't require a whole lot of investment. When I started out, you needed some change and some equipment in order to do it, if you even wanted to think about doing it, because computers weren't nearly as fast enough. Modern computer, it is very difficult to find a modern computer that can handle doodling and doing things with audio, which they're going to be doing when they start out. And no, not a whole lot of an investment. They probably already have the things. They probably just want a little bit of support and a good push in the right direction. Maybe a MIDI keyboard. It's like $100 or less. You know what I mean? Something that hooks up via USB. Everything is pretty good quality. It's very hard to get ripped off in this industry. Everyone's kind of really honest, and I'm not just saying that because I'm in the industry. What else was I gonna say? I had a point, but I forgot my previous point. Doesn't lend to the idea that I said it develops strong multitasking abilities. Yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, it's a good thing to nourish, and I would say go for it. Oh, the point I was gonna make up is you're gonna be blown away when your kid goes up and they want to talk about things you wouldn't even think that would be related to computer music. Like they're gonna talk about like the circle of fifths and like sampling, and they're gonna dig through your records and stuff like that. It's gonna be fascinating, and like getting them off the couch, getting them away from PlayStations and Xboxes, getting them going around. They go to record stores, they go to events. There's great events. Every city has events. Aren't our events great? They're out, they're socializing, they're meeting like-minded people, and they're developing that confidence and that character that you really want, because kids these days, millennials, et cetera, can't take criticism, and they don't have good character, and they're not able to they don't have that upper hand that we do as an elitist music production maker guy. And there you are. That is the video. Parents, I hope you enjoyed. Take care and have a good one, and best of luck with your child, children, teen, person.